So I don't want this to be a long stream. Like I don't want it to be a long stream at all. But I do want to like try my best to answer some of the stuff that's going on online because a lot of this stuff seems stupid. Like it just seems like very like I don't read, which is ridiculous to me. Like it's publicly available. It's right there. Like just open your phones. Just scroll through it a little bit. Just read a little bit. Like I'm going to and I'm not gonna bore you guys this video in the stream. Um, I'm gonna go into why I think Drake is suing in this video more so than anything else, especially for defamation. I'm gonna go into the why more so. Because I mean, like the facts are there. Whether I make a video reading it out to you or not, it's not gonna fucking matter to you. You don't care about facts. That's just what it is. People don't care about facts. People don't care about the truth. People don't care about what's on paper. So fuck it. I'm just gonna give my opinion on the matter, and that's gonna be it. Okay, let's get deep into this is because I've never seen so many people pop ass for like, bro. Thank you, my guy, bro. Thank you. Cause I can't even believe this, bro. This makes no sense to me. We're all against the labels. We're all like, oh, the party should die, all this other good shit. And then, oh, Drake suing the label. Nah, oh, he's weak for that. He's soft, blah, 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 blah. Somehow y'all make this about Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar is only being used as an example, not he's the problem. Although I will say in the defamation one, they're saying he's saying that in the lawsuit that the Drake is literally trying to make the party die. Oh, for real. He definitely if this is the red button. This has to be the red button. God. It's gonna expose so much stuff. So much stuff. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm some expert, but I did, yeah, it has look, it has to be the red button. It has to be. Because he said everybody's having gated, and like this would prove this would show everybody, you know what I'm saying, like to be fraud. They'd be absolutely fraudulent. And when you go look at people's numbers over time and like the different ebbs and flows, like some stuff is just it doesn't line up culturally to what's going on. But anyway, I don't want to get distracted. I don't want to get distracted. I could go down a tangent for days. Why he's suing them for defamation? Because I think it boils down to like a pseudo conflict of interest, right? Because Universal owns, is distributing Drake and they're distributing Kendrick Lamar. Now, there's certain rules. I don't know if there's rules or not. Hold on. There's UMG has to decide if the money they're trying to short Drake is worth the can of worms this can open. I mean, yeah, yeah, and I think that's what it is. There are special rules for Drake. Drake is in his villain arc since society wants to make him one. I mean, he might as well, bro. Put up the infamous 2 clip, bro. As soon as I seen the infamous 2 clip, I was like, oh man, because on the Cole, if you go down a certain story arc, he ends up just crashing the fuck out. Like you can go down the villain arc and crash out on the whole world, and eliminate most of the population, leaving just the people that have powers. But needless to say, needless to say, back on what I'm trying to say. I think for them, for Universal, it becomes a problem where you push out a song, like you push and promote a song while you're in negotiations with one of your other artists that actively devalues that artist. I think there is a business problem there. Not necessarily like, oh, you can't promote music that's in the beef and da 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 da. It's not the standard promotion tools. It's because it's not he's not complaining about marketing itself. He's he's complaining about the botting and the different things of that nature. Because Drake's benefited from advertising. You know what I'm saying? Like people quick to show the 2018 clip where Drake's face was everywhere. There's a little bit of Drake for everybody. You know, and I'm like, okay, like that's advertising. That's not botting. Your song being in a playlist is not necessarily a bad thing. That just puts it somewhere where somebody that's not a music connoisseur can go straight to this playlist and depend on somebody else to suggest them songs that they may or may not like. There are a lot of people that do that. So I'm okay with playlisting. But when you get to a place where you're whitelisting a record so people can bump it and play it, you know what I'm saying, and react to it and all that. Although it's a hell of a play for the it's a hell of a play for the label, for the beef itself and all that. It's a hell of a play. It worked out really well for Kendrick. But on the flip side of that, as a label, if you don't do that the same way, then it looks funny in the light. You know what I'm saying? Interscope was playing by different games than Republic was. And Republic and Interscope are all under Universal. I was just having this conversation with somebody. Drake has his masters because he's now just signed to himself. He's OVO, then under exclusive license to Republic, which is owned by Universal. Then Kendrick Lamar's is PG Lang to Interscope, to then Interscope is ran by Universal. It's the same situation, two sides of the same coin. It's just because, and I think this is where what people was asking for kind of like fucked the whole beef up, right? Because they could have kept this off of streaming services, and then this would have been straight. This would have genuinely been straight if it wasn't on streaming services. Everybody's like, oh, he's not confident, he doesn't want to promote the song, blah 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 blah. But we made these two dudes put this on streaming. If this wasn't on streaming, we wouldn't even be having this lawsuit. We wouldn't, because then they would have just been able to hash out the differences. The songs would have been up on their Instagrams, and that would have been it. There was no reason to make this official. There was no reason to do this, and I feel like, you know, and maybe I'm tripping here because I heard early on like they had like a phone call between the two. Not to say that they're best of friends, but they probably like kind of was just like, hey, you know what I'm saying, like this is gonna be this and this is gonna be that, like just to define some like some clear some lines, or like what's gonna happen if you cross this da 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 da. And they tried to talk. I don't know. That's what I heard, that they tried to talk, or that they did communicate, or maybe it was camp to camp. I don't know. I don't know. But with that being said, like if that even occurred, like, and they were like, oh, we're just gonna keep this here, not on streaming services, all is fair. They can say whatever the fuck they want. Say whatever. Say whatever. Get it off. Cool. Not like us still would have been like a banger, like people would have still been playing it, but it would have been like something that people downloaded and just had on their phone. It wouldn't have been like, oh, we put it on the streaming services and we promoted it this way, and then we did this alleged bot scheme. And you know what I'm saying? Because I have to say alleged till there's actual like things going to there's things like hard evidence in stone. I'm not gonna be an idiot and say that, oh, this is definitely happened. Drake crashing out in the industry before going independent is crazy. I mean, shit. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Drake is probably asking for 600 to 800 mil, and UMG's trying to give him around 450 to 500. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy one. That's crazy. Because Drake, man, dude be selling fucking units. I don't know what any, like nobody can argue that. He sells units. I think every single last project is platinum, but honestly, never mind at this point. And I think it might be platinum, which is absurd if it is. Um, but yeah, that's it. Probably was that number, man. The rap industry was so down bad. Then Drake helps the label make money by getting into rap beef. Now they're saying, "Cause I helped us." Wait, you helped us. You're not worth the money. Yeah, yeah. The rap industry was down bad. Da, 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 da. After making all that money, your stock dropped, and you're not worth 600 mil. I mean, yeah, yeah, that's absolutely correct. Which is false. Like it's stupid. It's stupid to say that. Like, why would what people still are listening to his music? Because I know a lot of people they go to 100 gigs. You know, excuse me. People weren't listening to the singles like that and all da 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 da. I'm like the streaming numbers. Oh, they only charted this high, blah blah blah. I'm like, I think y'all underestimate when you give somebody something for free and let them download it and have it. Like numerous people, including myself, I have the record. I only I only downloaded it on streaming and took my download off when it became available there. But I still got SOD on download. I still got Blue Green Red from download. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna get rid of those. But the other ones I did because they were available for me to stream. And I think a lot of people just were like, cool, I got the downloaded version. It plays good, it plays in my playlist. I'm cool. But I share my playlist with people. So I was just like, let me download the regular version so then I can put it on the playlist and everybody we all have it. Or whatever. What do you fucking do? I think Drake literally recruit 400 mil in like 2 or 3 years. Faster than that. Faster than that. Drake re-ups so fast. So fast. It's not even fair. It's not fair. Drake recoups money really fast. Really fast. Really fast. And he's always liable to get another hit off. People acting like, "Oh my god," you know what I'm saying? He put out those songs, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's really fucking on. I'm like, whatever. Shut up. Shut up. That's not true. Like, because you can look at the in between songs from in between the two different projects, and then you see his numbers at the end of the day when the album come out, and it seems like, oh, we're listening, we're still listening. It's just this time he gave a bunch of people that for free. He gave people the album for free. Um, but I do want to say like the defamation piece. Like I can get where people would get off going, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like this is soft. But again, he's still just suing the label. He's not suing Kendrick Lamar. If he sued Kendrick Lamar, that I would have a problem with that. I would absolutely have a problem with that. That is not hip hop. Suing your label, that's hip hop. People sue their labels all the time for not giving them the right bread. All the time. It's a normal occurrence. It's regular. Uh they don't want Drake to start talking billionaire numbers. I mean, yeah, labels don't want to pay that. They don't want to pay that. They don't want to pay that. Because my thing is, they don't have enough time to make interest off that money, like that they loaned them. They don't have enough time to like do the penalties and all the other stuff. They don't. Drake always he's good. He's good for it. He's good for it. He's good for it. He's good for it. And I would argue still to this day, he still is. It's just public perception. Like people have just been waiting for him to just be down bad. Um, yeah, they've been waiting for him to be down bad. Let me do this. Let me do this real quick. Let me do this real quick because what's hold on. Crazy what happens if other artists want to join the lawsuit. I mean, if what he said in the first lawsuit is true about them devaluing the streams, so not like us could be more, yo, other artists should want to get in. Because if they got hold out of money one particular month or a couple months, so the song would be promoted artificially. I think everybody needs to sue. I would highly recommend. I would join in on that. Like if I was an artist and that happened to me, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna join this lawsuit. What you mean you screwed me out a couple M's? Like I do it. I do it. If I had if I had money on the line, yeah, absolutely I join. No question. No question. Let me get this. Let me get this Drake sues. Drake's second lawsuit. Cool. Let me get. Let me get the link. Let me get the link to this lawsuit. Oh my god, that actually didn't open what it was supposed to. It's so I found the lawsuit, but this mess wants me to download. Oh, he filed this one in Texas. Oh, this guy's playing. Oh, he's playing game. I think he moved to Texas. I think he's been planning on doing this. I think he's been planning on doing. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just zoom in because this thing is being stupid. Oh, you know what? You know what? I know who links. I know who links this stuff. Where's Rolling Stone? I know Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone. They should have made another article. Rolling Stone will link it. We'll link it. Let me see. Drake second lawsuit. Rolling Stone. There we go. Oh, they have it locked behind a paywall. Oh, they are moving way different this time. They're moving mad differently. They're moving mad differently. That's crazy. Why they moving so different though? Like I'm over here jumping website to website to website. And all I'm trying to do is get a link to the second lawsuit. That's it. Okay, that's 5 hours. Oh my God! Thank you, Yahoo. Hey, you know what? We going you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give a shout out to them. Shout out to Yahoo. Shout out to Yahoo. Wait, hold on. What you talking about, bro? It was yeah, okay. How do they explain to Taylor Swift they gave Drake 1 billion over 4 years? I bet I bet Taylor Swift's deal is even more crazy. I bet money Taylor Swift is the only person with a crazier deal than Drake. I know she is. I know she's the only person with a crazier deal. She gotta be. She gotta be. Because this girl is re-recording her old music and selling like 2 to 3 million copies. Like hard 2 to 3 million copies. Can't say shit to her. Can't say shit to her. A fan supporter, the people supporter. She's that girl. She's that girl. Um, let's see. This idiot said the majority of Drake fans are not rap fans. Is this guy a fucking moron? Or the weekend? Is this guy a fucking Shane Bills? At Shane Bills. Is that your fucking name? I hate the Bills. Yeah. Talking about man, shut your dumb ass up, bro. All these dumbass people in this Joe Budden community. What's UMG's net worth? Oh, that's a damn good question. That's a damn good question. I can answer that. Hold on. UMG net worth. Wait, where? I could have sworn I okay. I could have sworn I was like 50 billion. It had a 50 billion market cap, which is the highest sales price today. I mean, they're saying it's worth 43 43 billion. 43.626 billion. 43.26 billion. That's a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of fucking money. All right. So anyway, let's get into this. So this one was filed in Texas court. All right. The petitioner, RB Drake Graham, the blah 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 blah. Okay, he's suing them. He's suing, which includes Interscope. Oh, he's suing Interscope too. A wholly division for which, oh, he's saying Interscope defamed him. He's and iHeartMedia. God damn. The respondent, UMG, is one of the handful of companies that dominate multi-billion-dollar industry. Blah 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 blah. We don't care about none of that. Earlier this year, one of the artists, UMG, has under contract presented a new song called "Not Like Us." Before the release of the song, UMG knew of the song itself, as well as the accompanying album art and music video. Attacked the character of another UMG's prominent acts by falsely accusing him of being a sex offender, engaging in pedophilic acts, harboring sex offenders, and committing other sexual acts. Specifically, the song called Drake a certified pedophile, a predator, and someone whose name should be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. So, oh God, yeah, you do something. Hey, oh me it did. Oh me it did. Man, this reads so. I can see why people are so upset because this reads terribly. Like it reads like you're still like pressing Kendrick Lamar, but this is not about Kendrick Lamar. Because basically he's arguing the label should have a vested interest in protecting one of their assets, you know what I'm saying, their highest earning asset, by not letting that song come out in its in the manner in which it did. But it came out. They let it fly. They let it fly. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised next if the next lawsuit he did was like against Amazon Music, bro. Like if this nigga sues Amazon for defamation, I'd be weak as fuck. I'd be so weak. But that'd be too far. That'd be too far for me. That'd be definitely crashing out. Like that'd be definitely crashing out. Like Drake, I don't know if you're gonna see this, man. Don't sue fucking Amazon. You're going too far now. You're going too far. You're going too far. Going too far. If you sue Amazon, that's doing too much. Now, anyway, let's keep going. Pursuant to its rights under various contracts, UMG has exclusive control over the licensing of Not Like Us and could have refused to release or distribute the song or required offending material to be edited and or removed. That's just like how Drake was putting out the songs on his Instagram, but because he's under a licensing deal, UMG can take it down. That does not mean they have its fucking masters for the dumbasses I was arguing with online. For some reason, I could show them Kendrick Lamar stuff, and it doesn't even make sense. I could show them it, and they go, "Yeah, Kendrick Lamar is only licensing his music." I was like, "Okay. Let me show you the bottom of Drake's music." Man, they have Drake's masters. It's the exact same. It reads the same. Kendrick Lamar's music is PG Lang, licensed to Interscope, which is Universal. Period. Dot. Interscope is just a piece of Universal Music Group. That's it. And that's why it's called Universal Music Group, because it's a group of labels controlled by a single entity, and that they collab together and collaborate. Anyway, then the next thing you have is you have God, what is that called? You have OVO. Drake's directly signed to OVO. His masters is owned by Frozen Time Entertainment LLC, which is smart to put your masters in the LLC so then people can't sue you directly for that. Now, however, big fucking comma, however, then it goes Republic after OVO, which is licensed, which is a piece of Universal Music Group. Drake owns everything after Scorpion. Exactly. Exactly. That nigga balling. He balling off his new projects. Balling. UMG. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. Anyway, but UMG chose to do the opposite. UMG designed, financed, and then executed a plan to turn Not Like Us into a viral mega hit with the intent of using spectacle and harm to Drake and his businesses to drive consumer hysteria and, of course, massive revenues. Excuse me, goodness gracious. I The plan succeeded, likely beyond UMG's wildest expectations. I mean, yeah, it fucking worked. The song was getting played everywhere. It was this ba, 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 da, yeah, ba, 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 da, do not like us. Um, I mean, the song's not bad. But yeah. How many projects is that? How many projects? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I can tell you that for sure. So listen, this is the number this is sheer number of projects. It's you got Certified Lover Boy, you got Her Loss, you got Honestly Nevermind, you got For All the Dogs. Long story short, UMG used Kendrick to lower Drake's stock. I mean, it's interesting. I'm confused, and this is where Drake. I feel like Drake made a mistake. I'm confused. If you know you're up for renegotiation with your label, right? Why would you jump into a rap beef with like your biggest competitor that only pops out every now and then? He could have just ignored this nigga. He could have. He could have like, and then just shot back with some subs later, and then let Kendrick be the one to jump out the window. That's what he should have did. Like he should have let Kendrick be the one to jump out the window. Because see, when you jump out first, you know what I'm saying? If and the thing is, like, it's best to go immediately for the head and just knock your person down. But the thing did knock him down. But there was you Kendrick, there's nothing on him because he's not outside. There's no way you're gonna make a story believable about him because he's not actively outside. He had been like an enigma. Uh, even if it's without Kendrick's knowledge, UMG pushed that song. Siri was literally playing a part when looking for Drake. Bro, I showed part of it last stream. Like it kind of still does that a little bit, but not like to the same extent anymore. Um, but at the same time, um, yeah, during the beef, it was bad. It was real bad. Like it would literally play Not Like Us. And some dude he showed a clip of it, you know what I'm saying? And that clips like that still exists on YouTube. So I don't even know what UMG is gonna be able to like to do. Like I don't think they want this to be public. They're gonna settle with Drake. They're definitely gonna settle. They're definitely going to settle. They're not going to let this play out because when you talk about having to give over discovery and all that stuff, nah, you're going to want to settle. This is going to settle. They're going to settle because it's not like they're losing, like they're going to lose hella bread from it. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't care. They just want their music. They don't care about labels. You know what I'm saying? People say, "Oh, the label is only giving slave deals to these artists, and y'all need to what you call blah, 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 blah." Like, nah, just like you're saying, just give Drake his money and move on, bro. Give him his money. Let's move on. Let's do other things. Let's do other things. Let's go be great. Um, but anywho, UMG released a song Not Like Us on May 4th. Its music video July 4th. UMG heavily relied on licensing in coordination with known and unknown third parties, utilized every tool in arsenal to spread Not Like Us. Uh, UMG made Not Like Us available for radio play, including to iHeartMedia, a mass media corporation headquartered in San Antonio, Texas. Man, I think he moved to Texas just so he could be in Texas and sue iHeartMedia as a resident of Texas. Boast that it is the number one audio media company in the U.S. Based on consumer reach. Heart Media claims that it reaches 9 out of 10 Americans every month and has more reach than any other media company in the U.S. Oh, God. iHeartMedia owns iHeartRadio, a freemium broadcast, podcast, radio streaming, music streaming platform. Radio stations all over the country, including stations owned by iHeartMedia, have played Not Like Us. UMG and iHeartMedia have a long-standing symbiotic business relationship where iHeartMedia pays UMG to license and collect royalties for UMG artists' songs over the radio, airplay, and streaming services, as demonstrated by iHeart's bankruptcy filings in 2018. The amount of money exchanged between iHeartMedia and UMG is substantial. In the last quarter of 2023, UMG, through its recorded music and music publishing division, had an ownership interest in more than 60% of 100 songs listed on the Billboard Hot 100 radio charts. Without its business deal with UMG, iHeartMedia would lose access to the majority of its top radio hits. Damn. 60% of the 100 songs. So damn. Hold on, wait. You're literally giving Drake a loan, and it's like they're losing money. But here's the thing, though, they're not making money either. They're just giving them the money, and he's giving it right back to them too fast for them to really accrue any interest. Um, even if Drake lost the first lawsuit, they got even if Drake lost the first lawsuit, the second one got some merit. I mean, yeah, it does. I This is the one where I'm still like I understand doing this. I get it. But I'm still a bit on it. Like I'm still like feeling a bit like icky about it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. Um on the first week of its release, Not Like Us ranked first on Billboard's Hot 100 with 5 million airplay audio impressions. Airplay audience impressions in the week of the Not Like Us music video was released. Not Like Us was played on the radio an additional 40 million times. 4 months later, iHeartMedia leaderboard reported Not Like Us was among the top two songs with the most plays on iHeart radio station, and explained in a newsletter that it had been heard more than 25 million times across iHeartRadio media platforms alone. As of the date of this filing, iHeartRadio leaderboard still reports Not Like Us as the most widely played song among the most widely played songs on iHeart radio stations. Billboard reported that as of October 7th, Not Like Us has reached 4.5 million in total audience impressions on radio, 15 non-consecutive weeks in charge of the R&B slash hip hop air playlist. Are people really listening to Not Like Us like that? It depends on how far Drake is willing to take it. This is all a scheme to re-up, then act like nothing happened. I mean, that's true too. That's true too. Anyway, let's see. Radio was one of the only mediums UMG relied uh was only one of excuse me many one of the mediums in which it relied on to spread Not Like Us. Within a week of its initial release, Not Like Us broke the record for the most streamed song in a 7-day period with 96 million streams. On October 7th, 2024, Not Like Us broke the record for the most weeks, 21, at number one in Billboard hot rap songs based on streaming sales and radio airplay. Since its initial release, Not Like Us has been seen and heard billions of times. The record shattering Not Like Us on streaming sales and radio play was deliberate and appears to have relied upon irregular and inappropriate business practices. Okay. According to one inside source known to petitioner, UMG made covert payments to a number of platforms, including radio stations, to pay and promote This practice is known as payola. And I can tell y'all for a fact with let's say UMG tried to take they down a notch. What do you think they're doing to smaller artists? Bro, and that's what I like. I love how people try to act like, you know what I'm saying, like they'll be treated better. Like, no, y'all, they're getting fucked too. And then there's a lot of artists, like I see a lot of like artists that I haven't made it, like they're like, oh, Drake's weak for this, da 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 da, woo doo doo. I'm like, but you're probably never gonna make it at all. Like nobody's ever gonna really like hear your shit like 110%. Like if we're keeping it a band, like you'll probably just go back to your day job. You'll find you a nice woman, you'll settle down, and then that'll be it. You know, that'll be it. You'll give up on your dream, and you'll go, at least I tried, and I have a skill. That's it. That's how I feel like most of them people online are talking. Like I'm like, if you ain't got like legitimate like followers, like what I'm saying, because a lot of people they be inflating their numbers, like where they be with they inflate their streams, they inflate their plays, their social media followings, halfway fake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't really even be bumping their music like that. Like, cause I've seen a lot of games, like I've seen the games. Like and the crazy thing is like I see the games that people play, and then what uh I see what they're saying about Drake saying that these games should not be played and it should be illegal. And what they're saying is like, oh, you know what I'm saying, Drake's soft, Drake's this, da 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 da. I'm like, that's because your career needs payola. Matter of fact, your career needed a lot more payola. And even with all that payola, I don't even think you would have got off the ground. Like, and that's just a fact. Like, and it's crazy to see artists talking crazy like that. Like, I'm like, dude, like, do you know what I know about you? Like, I've been here the whole time. The whole time. Like, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy to me. Da 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 da. Let's say UMG China. Oh yeah, I read that already. Also, we got to spin the block on Kendrick friend or associate getting caught with a minor. Fam, fam, him dropping this album, like it literally happened. It was like I think that happened on like a Monday at the beginning of the week. This album came out literally on Friday morning. Shut all that shit down. And the thing was, his friend got caught with a minor live on the stream. The album is definitely a cover up, bro. Nothing. There was no reason to drop that. There was no reason to drop that album. There was no reason to drop that album. None. None. He ain't have to do it that week. He ain't have to do it that week. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, I'm gonna pick the week before Thanksgiving. I'm gonna drop it. Like what? And then I'm gonna drop it in the middle of the day. You would assume like and this is just me thinking, right? This is me thinking. Like, and I already have the Super Bowl, right? Why not drop it Thanksgiving Day, right? Because there's a lot of big sports games on Thanksgiving Day because people expect people to have their family. People are at home chilling to themselves. You know what I'm saying? People are got the whole day off. Like, drop it Thursday. Drop it on Thanksgiving. Oh, wait, that's going to throw off the streaming thing. So then just drop it on Friday. He could have dropped it on the Friday. He could have dropped it on Black Friday. That would have been very Kendrick-esque. Drop that mug on Black Friday. That would have been player. I think he wanted to wait till Black Friday. That would have been fire because it would have been just like the Black Friday series that him and J. Cole had did. That would have been fire. When's the last time Kendrick dropped a surprise album? He only has 5 albums, fam. Like he only has 5. Like no, he's not. That's not a normal occurrence for him. Um, because normally he has a nice rollout. He has a nice rollout. Um, that's normal. That's normal. I think with a rollout, and just to be completely honest, with a rollout, he would have definitely did more. He would have definitely did more if he had a rollout. But I mean, popping out doing 300K, like that's nothing to scoff at. It's just people were like overselling it. They're like, oh, Kenny's gonna sell 600K. Kenny's gonna sell 600K. 600K. He's gonna sell 600K. Like I'm like, the fuck out of here. He's never done that. Besides, damn. And damn, had heavy hitters on there. You had a record with Rihanna who was not making music, and it was a banger. You had a hit with Rihanna. Loyalty was getting played, played, and then that leads into, you know what I'm saying, helping DNA and Humble off. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Also, and this whole thing, this ain't the real album discussion is annoying. Nobody gets the benefit of the doubt, bro. Like they need to stop calling it a real, not a real album. Every single last thing these people post is a real album. They just tell you it's not. Oh, it's a mixtape. It's da 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 da. But they use it to get out their deal, like it's an album. They just using words to make you feel a different way about it. Fuck all that. These are all albums. You went and got samples cleared. It's a fucking album. It's longer than what an EP should be. It's an album. Stop lying. Stop letting people lie to y'all, bro. Man. Yeah, if honestly never mind counts, then this counts. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Honestly never mind, like honestly never mind, it definitely counts. Like I'm not gonna argue with you there. Like honestly never mind, it does count. It does count as an album. And it does count as something he dropped unexpectedly. But the only thing is, it's like it's not on genre. Like the genre is off. Like it's not what people wanted to hear from Drake. So when you have an album like Honestly Nevermind drop out of nowhere and it does like 200 and something K, like okay, like that sounds about right because it was a totally different genre. It was. And a lot of people don't listen to that. Petitioner has learned at least one UMG employee making payments to an independent radio promoter who had agreed to transfer those payments to certain station radio stations and or radio station employees. These radio stations subsequently played Not Like Us to the petitioner's knowledge and did so without disclosing to their listeners they have been paid by UMG to do so. Petitioner has been unable to confirm whether any iHeart radio stations were among the stations that paid as UMG's pay to play scheme, or were whether they were given whether whether there were given whether there were any direct payments from UMG to iHeartRadio to promote Not Like Us, given iHeartMedia's status as the number one audio company in the country. Petitioner believes they engaged blah 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 blah. Yeah, 300 million streams are Not Like Us. Okay, a lot of this is the same. A lot of this is the same as the other one. Um, yeah, I mean, this is just legal jargon. This is he's giving out the addresses of their things so he can hit it. All right, so cool. Okay. All right. Authority for depositions. This enables a person. So he's asking for authority of deposition so he can dispose people and have them come in to court. The petitioner is unaware of other interested persons at this time. The petitioner respectfully requests the court issue an order setting a date for the hearing of this petition with a at least a 15 days notice, and after that hearing, issue an order requiring iHeartMedia's corporate representatives to testify by oral deposition related to the matters described herein, requiring UMG's corporate representatives to testify by oral deposition related to the matters described herein for all other relief at law or equity to which the petitioner may be shown to justly entitled. Okay, this is the same law firm. Goodlib and Larson are on here, but then he also has another law firm. Yeah, so he has the same people from Weller and Gallagher. I looked them up, and then you have okay, this law firm's not clearly not as well off, but They're just, Admirados and Mincing, but they're not as bad. Let me see. UMG's telling Drake to sue Kendrick is wild. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. If you're reading this too late was a surprise. Yeah, and it did like 500 and something, 500 like 34K. Um, I know Spotify and iHeart are mad looking at UMG like, why couldn't you just pay him, bro? Because it's gonna ruin the whole business model, bro. And people gonna be down bad, like, because the whole thing is people aren't able to break through. People aren't able to break through the noise that is people, this many songs dropping back to back. Like there's what was it, 6,000 or 60,000 songs uploaded to Spotify every day. Like it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. Funk Flex came out and said that they accepted payola, and I agree. You know what I'm saying? I agree that they were definitely taking payola. They were. Who is UMG's competition? I mean, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Universal Music Group. And you know what? Hold on. 3 major labels. Here we go. So the 3 are Universal Music Group, Sony Music Entertainment, and Warner Music Group. Universal Music Group was founded in 1934. They have the craziest catalog of people ever, because you have Billie Eilish, Dua Lipa, Eminem, Taylor Swift, Kendrick Lamar, and Drake, all under the same fucking group, the same one. Effing crazy. And then Sony started before them, but I mean, it is what it is. They got 22% of 22.1%. UMG has 31.9%, and Warner Music has 16%. But they have Ed Sheeran, Robert Schulz, and Red Hot Chili Peppers. But I mean, like, come on, whatever. Do Warner and Sony have a big enough bag to steal Drake? I don't. I don't. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know, and I don't even know if Drake would want to go over there. Oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy as fuck. This is some crazy shit. Like a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, like, especially if you don't have a background in music at all, like you've never worked at a radio station, you've never seen like the CDs that come in, the way that they have to program, and you have to play this, and then you have to play the ads and all that. Like you have to do things a certain way up there at radio. Like once I learned the background of radio, I never wanted to really like I love it, but I don't want to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not freeing enough. It's not free enough. Um, you think Drake going independent, or is just gonna settle with UMG? I think he's fine with settling with UMG if they gone ahead and give him what he wants. You know, but at the same time, um, you know what I'm saying? I don't know to the degree. Like they'll have to admit wrongdoing. If he's gonna settle, I think he wants them to admit wrongdoing, for sure. For sure. For sure. Nobody wants Discovery to come out. Nobody does. Nobody does. Because what that does is it tells everybody like most of this stuff is a lie. Like all these streaming numbers is a lie. And like I don't know why the streaming services aren't more pissed. But then I found out like, oh, Spotify owns most of them. I mean they own a good they got I mean, not Spotify. Universal Music Group owns a good percentage of Spotify. And then when you go through the other majors, they own a good percentage of Spotify. Like Spotify is mostly owned by the major labels. So even though when Spotify makes money, the major labels make money. And when they pay the major label, I mean when they pay Spotify, they make money off the money they pay Spotify. It's like a big old machine and it just all pays itself. Um how do you think how does Drake shedding look in the public if they just handed him a $600 million loan and nothing else happens? I mean, this this does it doesn't help because he has to go through with this. Like this is something like he has to commit to crashing out. He really does. And when they hand him money, it has to be over 6 million, 600 million. It has to be a crazy number. It has to be a crazy number now. It has to be. Um, I would say for him to just stay the course, finish crashing out. If I'm Drake, I'm crashing out completely. Just finish what you started. Finish what you started. Um, because people aren't gonna look kindly on it. Like the only way he's up after this is if he wins the lawsuit. He has to win one of them. That's it. He only has to win one. He only has to win one. And preferably he can win one first, then lose the second one. Like, but he needs to win one. He can win one and settle one. Win one, settle one. Uh, these are the games Nikki wasn't ready to play. You got to go all the way when fighting against the industry. That's facts. That's facts, man. Cause they stay trying to get rid of her. Drake, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that they can't really like control or have money on, they try and get rid of you. They do. They do. They really do. They really do. And it's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen earlier today, I was looked at NFR podcast, their page, and they didn't post nothing about the lawsuits. Nothing. Their next post was about Kendrick Lamar's sales numbers. They ain't post nothing about these lawsuits. Nothing at all. And they post about everything else. Everything else that was popular, that was hip hop, rap culture, they did that. The lawsuit could take years. I don't see Drake holding up his career that long. I mean, that's fair. Like he could do it and then seek an injunction against his label, kind of like how Meg The Stallion did. So they have to release his music. He could. He could seek an injunction and finagle his way around so he's still able to drop his music before he goes on tour. Cause I feel like he should drop the new music and go on tour. You know what I'm saying? Obviously he's starting in Europe and he's working his way around. I think that's smart for him. I think that's the most like ideal solution. I think that is. You know what I'm saying? And then I think him wanting to be on stage and outside, you know what I'm saying, doing all those arenas and stuff when you know what I'm saying, Kendrick Lamar is also taken to the like Super Bowl stage. I think it's smart. I think it's smart of him. I think it's smart. I think Drake only got one album left on the real, and that's the P&D album. I mean, I feel like Drake is gonna do the Party Next Door album, and then maybe give us one more. Give us one more, and then that's it. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's the place where he bows out gracefully. I think it is because he doesn't have anything else to prove. Nothing else to prove at all. Nothing. He has nothing else to prove. But I feel like he's gonna want to keep rapping regardless. He's one of those workaholic people. Um, oh, left on the deal and then free to feel free, and then he's free to negotiate. Nah, no, 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 no. He was in renegotiations like during this. Like this year, he was in renegotiations. You know what I'm saying? He was already trying to re up. So I don't know. I don't know. And I don't even know why other black people would hate on a black person. Oh yeah, that's right. They don't believe Drake is black. That's right. That's right. I forgot. I forgot. We revoked his black card. We revoked his black card, but it was cool when a black person got artist of the decade and hip hop was appreciated and all that. That was cool. I guess. I guess. I guess you're only black when you're winning something for the whole team. Every time when you're not, you know what I'm saying, and you're doing good for yourself, you're anti-black, I guess. You're too mixed or whatever it is. Anyway, I'm gonna take this off the screen. Yeah, man. I'm finna get up out of here because I can already feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it in my body. Getting a little tired, a little sleepy. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I probably won't be back to regularly scheduled like my normal like content load where I'm like just dropping videos back to back to back to back to back till Thursday. Like Thursday I should be back on it. And when I say Thursday, that means like probably like I want to say, yeah, I should be able to get a few out Wednesday night, and then really like hit it hard starting Friday, and then going through the weekend and just dropping. Cause I mean I ain't got nothing else to do. Um, Drake had already recouped their money. That's why they're using the P&D album and tour as a negotiation tactic. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true. That could be true. I mean, that could provide leverage. That could provide leverage. But anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. Peace. Stay blessed. Have a good one.